Hey, many fish. It is still the 15th of July, 2017. And I was checking up to see what's going on over in Jerusalem with this Temple Mount situation. And frankly, there's nothing on American media, nothing on Drudge, nothing on the typical headline, news. But I found that to be kind of interesting, really. That's a pretty big deal, right? But we got Hamas calling for attacks now on the Israeli army. You knew this was going to happen when they do something like this and close the gates to the temple to the Islam people in Palestine and whatnot. It causes problems every single solitary time. And because my own assumption here, or my own understanding of what's going on here, I'm calling a staged attack here by those deep dark powers, those spiritual wicked people in high places, I mean, they are there. Follow the links I'll put up to this scripture that explains it perfectly of who's behind this. And they are very wicked, and they are very cunning. And they know what they're doing. And I believe they stage this in order to cause rift between Israel and the Islam on purpose. And even if the Islam people don't cause a problem, they're going to cause a problem for them. And the White House seems to be, behind them. They're saying, that we support your decision to close the holy site, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So I believe this is going to probably escalate into a situation. And my confirmation not only was because of the 2 that died, which quite frankly, just the fact that they're 30 and 22 are one thing, but if I understand properly, there's no Israeli that uses this hand gesture just like an American would. This is a symbol. It's symbolic to something. You can look it up if you're so inclined. But I believe that these guys here were either set up or part of it, one of the two. And I found it very interesting also that the other 2 gentlemen there that did the killings, I went over this before, that they were 29 and 19 and 19. Now, that's just a little too convenient, if you ask me. You got triple 9/11s there. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I needed confirmation. I was seeing these pieces come together. I believe it's all culminating towards the Tisha B'Av, the Jewish 9/11, I call it. That was their temples destroyed. And I think this is all going towards that or something in that time frame, 31st, like through August 3rd. And that's just the way I see it. I'm just telling you because that's the way I see it. And my confirmation came in several different ways, one of which was this gentleman here. I'll get to him in a minute, but the real confirmation came through a couple of different articles that I saw. And this is just another one, the whale. I mean, another whale shark. I did the videos on them a couple of weeks ago, or last week, or whatever it was. And of course, I can't find those 2 articles. Let's see. I know they're in here. I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back. Alright, so if we go from when this occurred, which was Tammuz 19, is when it actually happened. Right? And we go from there to Tisha B'Av, to their 9/11. We fall 19 days. And I used the 19 for several different reasons. You remember the 2 assailants were both 19, the 9/11. And then I came across this article, just came across it. Spain rescues 19 migrants from Algeria in Mediterranean. okay? Now just pay attention here. This next article was no word of a lie in the same little batch of articles. It was just there. And I'm like, what the heck? And it's Romania, 11 Hungarian tourists rescued from mountain. So what, you say? Well, there's your 19, there's your 11. 9/11, 19 days until the Jewish 9/11. But the key words here in these two are rescued. Okay? That's the key word in these. There's a very, very slim chance that two articles are going to come out with the 19 and 11 that correlate with what I'm showing you with both the word rescue in their titles. And there's a reason, because I believe this is saying this is the time that you want to get right with God if you want to be rescued from what's coming. And what's coming, I believe, personally, is that you're going to see this escalate in one way or another into a rather serious situation that itself is going to lead to a much larger situation correlating or cumulating, whatever the word is, right around the 1st of August, where the Jewish 9/11 occurs. And I mean, this is what I'm getting, and this is what I need to put out to you, and that's all really I can do. I mean, if you punch in the 5th month, and I'm just going to show you something here. This is their 9/11 is Av 11, and it's 9. Sorry about that. And it's showing August. It'd be August 1st on here. However, there is a window here, a 2-day window between the 1st and the 3rd, and it's showing it the 3rd here. The way these calendars work, I'm pretty convinced that no one but God really knows the exact day of any of this, but nonetheless, it falls right on that day. And the reason I bring that up is because of another article that I came across here about this 111-year-old vet, okay? 111, World War II veteran for a documentary. Well, W's are 5s in numerology, so we got a 55 plus 11 is 66. Okay, the 111, now just hear me out here. You come down here, and he arrived on flight 511. That's not a coincidence. If it weren't for that, I wouldn't even bring this up. 55, 11, 66, 111. Okay, and the date that falls on the Jewish 9/11, you following me? I hope you're following me, is the 5th month, 11th day. 5/11. Just saying. Tish B'Av, 11th of Av, August 3rd, which is the 5th month, 11th day. 5th month, 5/11, in the year 5777. There's too much correlation here for me to not at least throw this out to you guys, throw it out to the world, because it's my full belief and understanding that this is, in fact, telling us it's time to be rescued. I'm just saying, this can't be any kind of mistake at all. Get right with God. Seek Jesus. Seek the truth in Him. Time is getting short. Peace and grace to you, many fish.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armour of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armour of God,